Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. No question is so difficult to answer as that to which the answer is obvious. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. Life is a first draft with no rewrite. Imagination is the beginning of creation. Liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. Better keep yourself clean and bright. You are the window through which you must see the world. Take care to get what you like, or you will be forced to like what you get. The liar's punishment is not in the least that he is not believed, but that he cannot believe anyone else. No man who is occupied in doing a very difficult thing and doing it very well ever loses his self-respect. The harder I work, the more I live. We have no more right to consume happiness without producing it than to consume wealth without producing it. My way of joking is to tell the truth. It's the funniest joke in the world. Old men are dangerous. It doesn't matter to them what is going to happen to the world. Beware of false knowledge. It is more dangerous than ignorance. The life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. If you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh, otherwise they'll kill you. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. The whole problem with the world is the fools and fanatics are always so sure of themselves, and wiser people are full of doubts. Youth, which is forgiven everything, forgives itself nothing. Age, which forgives itself everything, is forgiven nothing. Silence is the most perfect expression of scorn. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. There is nothing that can be changed more completely than human nature when the job is taken in hand early enough. 2% of the people think. 3% of the people think they think. And 95% of the people would rather die than think. There are two tragedies in life. One is to lose your heart's desire. the other is to gain it. The things most people want to know about are usually none of their business. You use a glass mirror to see your face. You use works of art to see your soul. Men are wise in proportion, not to their experience, but to their capacity for experience. Life is not meant to be easy, but take courage, it can be delightful. Yesterday is the past, tomorrow is the future, today is a gift, that's why it's called the present. The more things a man is ashamed of, the more respectable he is. If you are going to let the fear of poverty govern your life, your reward will be that you will eat, but you will not live. Nothing is worth doing unless the consequences may be serious. Common people do not pray, they only beg. The only way to avoid being miserable is not to have enough leisure to wonder whether you are happy or not. The secret to success is to offend the greatest number of people. A gentleman is one who puts more into the world than he takes out. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them. If history repeats itself, and the unexpected always happens, how incapable must man be of learning from experience? The most tragic thing in the world is a man of genius who is not a man of honor. Now that we have learned to fly in the air like birds and dive in the sea like fish, only one thing remains: to learn to live on earth like humans. If women were particular about men's characters, they would never get married at all. Women upset everything. When you let them into your life, you find that the woman is driving at one thing and you're driving at another. When men and women pick one another up for just a bit of fun, they find they've picked up more than they bargained for, because men and women have a top story as well as a ground floor, and you can't have the one without the other. Clever and attractive women do not want to vote, they are willing to let men govern as long as they govern men. If women were as fastidious as men, morally or physically, there would be an end of the race. All young women begin by believing they can change and reform the men they marry. They can't.